colleges?
Sorry, ma'am.
You're having your colleges? College started, no?
Yes, ma'am. College started. That's why I'm a bit irregular to your classes nowadays.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, so we were talking about virtual team building in the last session, right? Virtual team building and management. So in the last session, I advantages, the pros and cons, advantages or disadvantages of virtual team building. What do you think that the advantages are there for virtual are working online? So what are the benefits for that? Do we have any benefit if people are just sitting at their places and they are working? Do you have any benefits? Like, see, I'm also sitting at my place. I don't need to travel anywhere. I don't have to uh, go in that sunny atmosphere. If it's raining or it's very hot, I don't have to step outside my house. I'm just sitting at my place, at my comfort zone, and I am working. So what do you think? The future of virtual world, the future where everything is going to be online using technologies, is it a good thing? Is it good to adopt that change in the organization? Is it good?
Now, I think it's both. Good for some particular reasons, and also it is bad for some reasons.
If we talk about good for some reasons, how it's good, like what benefits we are getting if we are working from home, from the comfort zone?
Normally, for introverts, maybe it is this thing is very good. Then the travel expense is saving.
Okay,
We
right.
can say travel expenses. Then when the whole world depends on um, um, virtual thing, then pollution will reduce.
Okay, you think pollution is going to reduce? Okay.
Vehicles will travel less, so pollution will reduce. And
Okay, right. Whatever you said is actually right. Along with that, what do I believe is, virtually for introvert, it is definitely a good opportunity that they won't have to face anyone, they won't have to talk to anyone. But what about others? If we talk about the other way, the growth, the opportunities, in that way, do you think that we are going to grow? Because see, we are not meeting anyone. You say that no, we can have virtual meetings, we have all the facilities, we can go for virtual call, but the time which we used to spend with each other, that 10, 15, 30 minutes break, the tea time, that time a group of people, they used to go out, they used to sit, they used to have some healthy discussion, right? The discussion used to be very healthy. But now when it's coming to virtual world, we just start the meeting, we go through the discussion, we discuss the important points, and then we say bye bye, goodbye, right? The us time, the we time, that we are not getting when we are talking about the virtual world. Obviously the pollution is going to be very less, the travel time is going to save, so the traveling time we can invest in our productivity, that is going to increase our productivity. Because I remember when I used to travel and my office used to be almost 14 kilometers from my place, it used to take somewhere around 2 hours for me to reach my office. And believe me, as soon as I used to reach the office, it used to take me another 30 to 40 minutes to settle down. I used to wake up early, I had to reach office by 9 o'clock, and that 2 hours traveling, sitting, it used to be a very hectic thing for me. And same, along with that, the second thought which I was having, oh my God, another 2 hours I'll be taking to reach back home. Ideally, I'm working. I was working in the office for only 8 to 9 hours, but 4 hours I was simply wasting. Neither those hours I was utilizing for myself, nor those hours I was utilizing for my professional career. That was a complete waste. Because in the afternoon when you are completely tired, you cannot think of anything when you are just sitting and traveling back to your place. You just want your bed, you just want to relax. So this is one of the plus point which I saw, that yes, when the thing started virtually, that was a very good part, that the traveling time was saved, my time was saved. I could utilize my time for for myself as well as for my professional growth. But there were many disadvantages also which I have seen during this virtual team building, virtual working. So before we start with that, we'll just discuss about virtual team. What is a virtual team? So if we talk about virtual team, a group of geographically organized together by information or telecommunication technologies to accomplish one or more organizational goal. So all these people, from different places, from different areas, these all people are brought together. All these people are brought together on the same platform using some technology, that is via Zoom call or any other means by which we can communicate, like we can communicate using Google Meet. We have so many platforms by which we can communicate, by which we can all of us can come together to have a meeting. So any of these platform we are using, and we are bringing our team from different geographical location or maybe from different areas. We are bringing them together to have some healthy discussion to achieve the goal of the organization. That is the virtual team. Now, relevance of virtual team. What do you think? How relevant it is? So, owing to increasing competition, organization demands flexibility, agility in their
Ma'am, your voice
delivery
is
of
breaking.
product and services. Right. In this past 1.5 years, we have realized that everyone, all the organization, okay. Is it okay now? Okay. So, these flexibilities are being
Ma'am, the
demanded by
video
everyone.
paused. I can't
There
hear
are many
anything.
people who says we are not okay coming to the organization on daily basis. We cannot come to organization five. Okay, just 1 minute. Just let me know. Is it okay now?
Now I can hear you.
Now you can hear? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, on to the increasing competition in the organization, due to this, the people, the employees have started demanding flexibility. They want flexibility in doing their work. They don't want that they are being called to office 5 days a week or the 6 days a week. They want some flexibility. They want flexibility even in the working hours. When the thing started, the virtual way of working started, people realized that they were working when they were giving best of their productivity. In between they were just relaxing, they were resting, though the working hours definitely got stretched up, but the productivity was very good when it came to virtual world. Virtual team structure allows organization to leverage the available talent across boundaries. There are many people who don't want to leave their cities, who don't want to leave where they are staying at that point of time, maybe because of their family responsibility, maybe because they just love their place. So there are many reasons why people don't want to shift to any three-tier city or any other city. So this virtual thing, this virtual team building, virtual way of working has given organization the leverage, the availability of large talent across the boundaries, because now when we are working virtually, no one has to leave their own hometown and they have to shift to the bigger cities, metropolitan cities, because they don't have to visit the office every time. So here they are getting the talent and at a very minimum cost. when they are hiring a talent and they ask them to relocate to a three-tier city, the expense increases, and so is their package. As per their expense, as per the area in which they are living, the company pays you. Same way, when company is hiring from two-tier city, or from the city where cost of living is very less, so they're doing two type of thing. They are hiring good talent, along with that they are saving lot of cost also. They're not paying that employee what they were supposed to pay when they ask the employee to relocate to a three-tier city. So here it's becoming cost effective too. Third is organization adopting virtual team approach to reduce their operating cost, encourages knowledge sharing among their employees to promote organizational learning. The knowledge increases. Different people from different boundaries, different areas are working together, so they are sharing their knowledge, they are sharing their culture, and this is giving a good opportunity for the organization to grow and expand their business hours to 24 by 7 by utilizing the different time zones of virtual team members. How we are extending our hours to 24 by 7? The reason being that we are hiring the talent from different time zones, and when we are hiring the talent from all different time zones, then they will have different times of working, right? If some people in the team are being hired from India, they'll have different working hours. If we talk about USA, they'll have different working hours. So in that way we can say that the organization is working 24 by 7. Some or the other employees are working at each and every time, every point of time. So it's 24 by 7 working hours have started due to this virtual team building. Now, there was some survey on remote workers show. Let's see what survey says. Now, there was survey conducted soon after when everything became virtual. Everyone was being asked to go back. They can go back to your hometown and they can work remotely for the organization. So a group of people just tried to survey and they just tried to figure out whether it is good, what are the benefits they are getting, and what are the health hazards they are facing. All these things were surveyed. So the results are, first was, remote employees save an average of 40 minutes daily from commuting. 40 minutes. See, if in one day we are saving 40 minutes, then in a week, how much time we are saving? So that time saving is there. Second, since 2020, 2020, people have been meeting by video calls 50% more since COVID-19. Before this, people, the organization used to think that it is next to impossible for people to work from home. If they allowed them to work remotely, then they might not give best productivity. It will create a situation for the organization, how they are going to talk to each other, how they are going to build that communication between each other. But as soon as this COVID entered, we realized that that meetings are being increased by 50% and they are on video call and they are successfully conducted also. Third was, during COVID-19, close to 70% of full-time workers were working from home. Yes, right. Due to this pandemic situation, 70% were working from home. After COVID-19, 92% of the people surveyed expect to work from home at least one day per week, and 80% expect to work at least 3 days from home per week. Now, what the employees are asking from the organization is, we do not want to get back to the daily old schedule of working 5 days a week from the office. We don't want to work that way. We want at least a day or 3 days in a week where we are being given the authority, we are being allowed to work from home, because they think that working from home has given them lot of productivity. It has saved lot of time which they are investing in being productive for the organization. So this is what which came out after surveying lot of people. Fair enough. fifth point was 23% of those surveyed would take a 10% pay cut to work from home permanently. They home that they are even okay to take a pay cut if they are given the option to work from home permanently. 81% of those surveyed believe their employer will continue to support remote work after COVID-19. Yes, this is the fact which says that 81%, people, many employees believe that their employers will be okay for allowing them, and they are going to support them if they want to work remotely. Now, remotely here means they can work from any location, and there is no location bound, that they don't need to be in the specific same city which is their base location for the job. They can move to any location and can work from there. Seventh is 59% of the respondents said that they would be more likely to choose an employer who offered remote work compared to those who didn't. People just want to work remotely. They don't want to go back to the old schedule of working from office. They want either once in a week, once in 2 weeks, once in a month. That is the way they want to work. So they are saying that if our employer asks us to come to office on a daily basis, we are not okay to do that. Instead, we would prefer working under an employer who give us the flexibility to work from home. And that is all which we have came across when the survey was made for all these employees. Now, except this, there are few questions which I want all of you to answer. The question goes like, why virtual team are more productive? What's the reason why they are more productive? Are teams happy working remotely? Are virtual team more productive? Is working from home good for the environment also? Or do employees want to return to the office? Now, let's get back to the question one by one. I want you to answer why virtual teams are more productive. What do you think? Why these type of teams are more productive? What's the reason? They have the same knowledge, same skills which they used to have when they were working in the offices, when they were working in the office. Okay, yes, Ankana, you
In
can leave it here. Yes, Sushmita.
in virtual team, we can connect with people who might not be in our city, from different states or maybe from different country also. So we don't have to worry about the distance to work on some particular project, that person have to come to this country or this city to work with. So we can have his or her talent on it. One. And
So this is the way the productivity will increase.
yes, if we consider,
Okay.
then
Any other way why the productivity is going to increase?
when the work will happen virtually, they will only concentrate on working only. They won't have breaks. Then they won't have time to chit chat over social media or something, or over video call and all.
Right.
They only talk about the project and all.
Right.
So
Perfectly
I guess
right.
it will
Perfect.
save time.
Yes. Perfect, Sushmita. It is absolutely right that when we are working virtually, we don't have that chit chat breaks, the coffee break, the tea break. After every 2 hours, we are going for a break. And I'll tell you the actual atmosphere, actual corporate culture, how it used to be before pandemic. We used to enter the office somewhere around 9, 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Right. The 9 hours working we need to give in the office. As soon as we reach there, 11 o'clock it used to be our tea break. We used to go to tea. After taking tea for 30 minutes, we used to come back working for an hour. Now 12:30. Oh my god, it's a lunch break. For an hour, we used to take a lunch break. We are back somewhere around 1:30. We'll just get back. We'll see the mails. We'll check all the mails if something important. At 2, we'll start the work. Somewhere around 4, we'll again go for tea break. We'll come around somewhere around 4:30. Now, when I'm telling that at 4 we'll go for tea break, before 5 to 10 minutes only the conversation, the calling used to start that, oh, shall we go for tea break? It's a tea break time. So that used to start prior only. Okay, so 4:30 we used to come back. We'll be working for another 1.5 hours, and then it used to be, oh, it's 6 o'clock. Let's get back to home. So ideally, if you are going to calculate the actual working hours, you will see that we have hardly worked for 4 hours, right? If we calculate, says that 9 hours of working, but we have hardly worked for 4 to 4.5, or maybe maximum 5 hours. But now, when we are working virtually, when we are sitting at home, we don't have the option of going again and again. Here it is, we are working. If we have to take the lunch, we are just hardly taking 15-20 minutes break to have a lunch, to finish up the lunch. And that is the reason the productivity is increasing. Along with that, we can hire talent from any there is no boundary restriction. So from anywhere in the country or maybe around the world, we can hire the talent. So that is again one of the reason why the productivity is going to increase. Second is, are teams happy working remotely? Some people are really very happy working remotely. The reason being that they have been away from their family, from their old age parents from years, because they were supposed to settle down in a city where they were having career growth, career opportunity. But due to this remote work, now they are back to home. They have the time to stay with their family. When we say that they are staying with the family, it means that the parents from whom they were staying apart from so long, now they are back with them. So this is again the reason why people feel that they are very happy when they are being asked to work remotely, because remote working have given them the opportunity, the option to stay with their parents again. They are back to the hometown who used to miss. They used to simply wait that, yes, we want to go to our hometown. Flexibility, yes, it has given us flexibility too. Now second reason is, okay, right now we are not feeling like working, we just have to finish off the task, so we can take a break. If we are really feeling tired, we can take a break, and whenever we are full of energy, at that time we can get back to our work. They have the full flexibility of the working hours also when they are working remotely. A virtual team more productive, that we have already discussed, that yes, they are more productive because of the talent they are hiring and the time. One more reason of being productive is, now when we are working virtually, we are not going out, right? We are not moving out of the city, not city, sorry, we are not moving out of the house. So that pollution, stucking in the traffic, all these things used to irritate us. We used to get frustrated, irritated by this thing. Now that thing is not there. So we are feeling relaxed. In the morning hours only, we are feeling relaxed. But I remember when I used to travel, I used to be frustrated as soon as I used to reach the office. I used to take some time to relax, to chill, and then get back to work. That thing is not there. So the productivity has definitely increased. Is working from home good for the environment? How it is good for the environment?
It is good for the environment, like of course that first point I've told, pollution.
Yes.
We will use vehicles, pollution will reduce,
Right. So the pollution will reduce. So
then
ultimately,
crowd
it's
will be less crowded
Mhm.
areas.
Right. Crowd is going to be really very less. So this way, it's going to save our environment also when we are working from home. Do employees want to return to the office? This is a very diplomatic question, and the answer is also, it's like yes and no, mixture of both. What do you think if I give you the option? Sushmita, for you, the answer is no, I know, because you are introvert, you are happy working from home.
No, 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 not
But
at all.
what,
I want to go out. Not at all. I'm not
you want to
introvert.
go
I'm
out?
a very extrovert person, ma'am. I was giving
You
the
told me that he
reason
is
to be
she is
productive,
introvert.
but I don't really think so. I wanna go
Okay, for
outside.
productivity. You want to go out. Indumati, what about you? You want to stay at home and you want to work, or you also want to go out and you want to work?
Go out and work, ma'am.
Go out and work. Okay. There are many reasons, as I have been working from last 1.5 years, I was so lucky, that as soon as I resumed my career, this COVID came and I was being forced to enter into the virtual world of working. Okay. So I was very lucky enough. I hardly saw any of my offices. It's my second office, and I didn't even see my first working place. It was completely remote for me that time also. So, what I have noticed and what I have realized is it has not given me any learning in this past 1.5 year, because there was no communication. If I talk about the teaching line, the training line in which I am, there's no discussion between the trainers. We are simply being given the task, we are giving our best, we are trying our best, and it's just one mind which is running. But I remember when I used to work 3 years back. At that time, we used to sit together, we used to all decide together that what we are going to give best. And I have realized that when two, three minds together work on something, best and brilliant ideas come out. So that thing I am missing. That thing is not there when we are working virtually. We don't have time to discuss about these things. We are simply rushing that, okay, this is done, tomorrow we have to do this, let's plan out for that thing, and it is done. So that communication, that productivity, that increase in the knowledge, that growth, all these things are not there when we are working virtually, especially if I talk about the education line. Someone who is into IT field, for them it hardly matters. In the office also they are being asked to sit in front of the screen. At home also they are doing the same thing. But when it comes to us, like you as students, we as teachers and trainers, or small kids, 10th, 12th, like education, complete education industry, there this virtual world is not good. Right. For some, it is good if we talk about the curriculum activities. Yes, it has given a good scope for those parents who are unable to take their child outside because of the busy schedule. Now they have the facility for training them, for getting, for teaching them everything online. So yes, that way it is an opportunity. But if we see about the learning, it's not that what we actually used to have. The complete pattern is changed. For us, we used
Yes,
to have
ma'am.
some practical examples.
Ma'am, there is
Yes,
another
for us, we used
con.
to have some practical examples.
Ma'am, there is
Yes.
another con, that is, when we are doing everything virtually, all the local shops are experiencing a lot of loss. If I go to school or college, I
Yes.
might from a local shop, I might buy a biscuit or a water bottle or anything. Maybe not all, but a lot of people are shopping from the local. Those local shopkeepers are at a loss.
Yes, exactly. See, if I talk about you, as you said, that you might be 50 students in your class, right? In your batch, you might be 50 students. Out of 50, I believe every day, at least one person is buying something from the local shop. If I just talk about your class, at least one person is buying something, right? Same way, we are going to calculate how many people are going to buy. And what about the canteens? When you used to go to colleges, no matter if we are bringing lunch or not, it used to be the habit to sit in the canteen, at least to have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, or some soft drink, right? That thing is not there now. Everything is being impacted so badly. And these especially for the middle level and low level workers.
Exactly. Wherever there are institutions or anything, there are shops near them. All those peoples are suffering from unemployment.
Yes, they all are suffering because of unemployment. So if we talk about environment, it is good. If we talk about productivity, that yes, it has increased. But have you realized, along with productivity, one thing has gone down, that is the health. People have started experiencing the spinal cord pain, started happening. These glasses, what I believe is if we are going to see kids, I'm just talking about the small kids, if we are going to see them next year, I think 70% will be wearing specs. You also, you might be wearing the specs because this online of the screen time has increased so much. Earlier we just used to watch movies, series, and for that purpose we used to take a laptop, phones. But now it is for study purpose also. So 4 to 5 hours of watching series and playing games, surfing on net, and another 4 to 5 hours for taking your live classes. So it's a very long time, and this much long time when you are giving focus to your eyes, your health problems will start. You're sitting for longer duration on one place, right? If you are
Yes,
having
ma'am.
two
Many are
classes,
suffering from spondylitis because of sitting for a lot. It is affecting our health a lot. We will
yes,
know it even better after 2 to 3 years. It will become
right,
very common for everyone. Ear problem, eyes problem. That day you were saying about ear problem and all. Those using
yes,
these
right,
earphones for a long period of time.
right, right. We are going to suffer. See, right now we are suffering because of COVID, but after 2 years we'll be suffering because of many other problems which we cannot even think right now. People are enjoying working remotely, sitting at one place from the comfort of their from their comfort zone. But sooner they will realize that their knees have stopped working, their back is paining, their cervical started, the neck is paining, headache, eye strain, everything. Each and everything is going to affect. People who are fond of eating, they used to do a lot of exercise when they used to be in the offices. We used to go for walk after lunch. But now, here is my laptop. Okay, meeting. We are not turning on the videos. Meeting is going on, and we are simply eating a meal. We don't have time. No, we are very busy. When we are being asked to work from home, we have lot of pressure, and that is actually true. True, we have lot of pressure. You need to be available anytime. Anytime you can get a call, assuming that yes, you'll be available. That is what the organizations are thinking, and that is how the employers are working. Right now they are enjoying because everything is closed, we are not going out, but sooner or later there are going to be a lot of disadvantages. The advantages which we are seeing now will turn to disadvantages because of
And
this
ma'am,
virtual
I
world.
think everyone is actually not comfortable from working from home. Actually,
Yes.
uh, everyone do not have that environment to work from home. I remember I want to share one thing with you. That is when I started college, one of our HOD used to take live classes. Okay, and from the background we used to hear he has a small child. That child used to disturb a lot. So after some days, what happened? That professor started recording the classes, and then he started sending all the recordings to the class. So after some days, what happened? That
Look, you're not audible here, Sushmita. Are you there, Sushmita?
Hello, sorry, ma'am. I was having some network trouble.
Yeah,
Am
yeah.
I audible now?
Okay, no problem. Yes, yes, you're audible.
Oh, what
We
was
just
that?
heard till the time you told that he started recording.
Huh.
He
He
started
started
recording
sending,
recording classes.
yeah. So he started sending all the recordings to the classroom. So how many of us students are watching all those recordings, ma'am? Ma'am, I personally don't watch all of them. I'm
Ah,
actually saying it. I'm admitting my fault, but it is true, ma'am. So
yes,
these
that
are
is
the things.
actually true. We don't want recordings. When we have live classes, we want to interact with, even if we say just one word in the class, we are happy.
Yeah, correct. Like now I'm
Yes, ma'am.
talking to you, I'm interacting with you. I know if I have any problem, I can ask you, blah 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 and all. And
Yes, sir.
that professor, we don't even know him that much. Even if we are having any problem, everybody don't knock him, sir, I'm having this problem, please help. All these things are not
Right.
happening. So there is this, connection problem. This
Yes,
is this
right.
problem we are having.
I agree. I agree. I completely agree. Because see, here I'm having two students. One is Indumati, one is Sushmita. Sushmita knows how to speak. She is having answer for everything. But yes, Indumati, at least in between, she is responding either by messages or by at times speaking in between when I'm asking. So see, this kind of interaction. If we are speaking one word, we are happy that yes, we have spoken. Teachers were our trainers and teachers were asking us, and they're happy doing that thing. So yes, in educational industry, when we come to virtual world, it is not very successful. But yes, we know that when there is no option, so whatever we get, we are happy with that, right? Okay, so we are done with that. We have discussed about the advantages and disadvantages in detail. We will be discussing about advantages, disadvantages of virtual team building in the next session. That's all for today's session. We'll see you at 3:20 with our next topic, that is anger management. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.